Special event alert.
I'm sorry I'm late. I normally turn at the cows on the way to Shriever, and they weren't there this morning, so I didn't know where to turn.
Which is excuse number 288 for being late for changeover, your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by our man in the closet, Jake Wall.
Marty, it's so good to see you, man.
It is. Finally, we are back in the free state of Florida. So
There you go.
we're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to the other lesser branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh because
Late for changeover.
Late for changeover rocks the Everglades.
I need a new one, right?
Yeah,
That's
you're not
right.
rocking the Rockies anymore.
Well, you guys are rocking the Rockies. You know what I was so disappointed by? I'm staying with my sister, who's 8 years older than me, right?
Yeah.
And I remember listening to that as a kid. She was a teenager well before.
Yeah.
And I was like, how come you never say anything about the Rocks the Rockies from KBPI? And she was like, I never listened to that. I was like, how about the commercials? What about the commercials?
Nope.
Because I never saw those. I was like, wow, what a letdown.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I'm
I'm pretty sure I was sitting next to you on the couch when we watched one of those. Let's play it off.
I think he told me not to watch it because the
Yeah.
mouth was too sexy. So, well, Eric's backed up his toilet something fierce today.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And he's got Plumber there.
It was his anniversary and he's playing Plumber. That's what it was.
Oh, I got
I
it.
think that was code for, oh, I'm a helpless maiden and I'm a big, strong, oiled up plumber. Let me help you.
Let me take my wrench out.
Yeah. He just Sharpied the name tag on his chest.
But he wrote it backwards. So
Aaron
the R is backwards.
Curie. Yeah, looks good from here.
I don't know who the comedian was, but he had one of the great lines where he was like, hey, I was in a porno once. I was the guy who leaves to go get pizza. I don't know who it was. It was a great line. It was a great line.
Yep.
Well, do it up right, Eric. Missing the first show from Florida.
Yeah.
Not quite in Margaritaville yet, but close. Next week.
There we go.
Should we get to the news then? And I mean, we should just publish the whole first 20 minutes of us just going.
Oh no, we would both be in the doghouse
I know.
for a
But
good 5 years.
That was so satisfying, though, and everybody would relate to it.
Oh yeah. It was a fun little bitch and bone session about
That will never get published.
little things, you know.
Just quirks of the loved ones. That's all it is.
That's exactly it. I was just road trips, man. Road trips are always either super fun or the ability to escalate things super quickly.
I think you said you never did a Diddy move, right?
I did. I would load the car up and that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
I have done a Diddy move where we're both in the cab.
Oh man,
that was a nightmare.
That is rough.
I mean, you're sitting in this bench seat driving this fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That one again. So, all right, let's get to the news here. Let's knock this out.
Heck yeah.
This first story is from stripes.com. So finally, long overdue validation. The CDC formally recognizes Gulf War illness. But it still doesn't sound all that great for him, to be honest with you.
Getting Gulf War illness? No,
well,
probably not that great.
No, but I mean, getting help for it. So even though the CDC says, oh, we got this, now you can get help. And it's like, okay, I still don't know if they have any cures, but Gulf War illness, a debilitating medical condition linked to military service, has received formal recognition as a legitimate illness after more than 3 decades of reports by veterans about unexplained symptoms they developed during active duty in the Persian Gulf. I remember we had a guy who had been to the first Gulf War, and he was known. He said he's got Gulf War illness,
Yeah.
but they didn't know what to do for him. I don't think they were doing anything, so I still don't know what they know what to do for him. But the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has announced a medical diagnostic code for Gulf War illness that will enable doctors and scientists to more effectively track, document, and treat the cluster of symptoms reported by tens of thousands of veterans who served in the early 1990s. Ronald Brown, an Army veteran and toxic wound specialist, said veterans have been told it was in their heads. The medical establishment cannot do this anymore with this medical diagnostic code. This is an unofficial illness. It's almost like that story we did with the female pilot who had Lyme disease.
Yeah.
The Lyme loonies, they called them, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
The Lyme is, yeah.
The the military medical is just, they're just goalies. Any request that comes in, they're just deflecting them, left or right.
Yeah.
The medically unexplained symptoms include chronic fatigue, breathing problems, joint pain, skin rashes, digestive disorders, and memory loss that may worsen over time, according to the VA. The VA instead assigned other diagnoses such as chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, and undiagnosed illnesses to the ailments many Gulf War veterans experienced. Beatrice Galome, a physician and researcher at University of California, San Diego School of Medicine, and who led the effort for a designated diagnostic code for Gulf War illness, said studies link Gulf War illness to chemical exposures that impair the body's mitochondria and alter the brain and immune system.
Yeah.
God
Nice.
damn. Jesus. The formal medical...
What caused it? What was...
I don't know. They had one. They had a story of one where one veteran who was close enough to where they blew up a series of what they think were chemical weapons. Right. I've also heard where it was all the oil wells that were on fire and all that, breathing in all that shit. I've also heard it could be from all the depleted uranium in the soil after we shot the shit out of the Iraqi army, but nobody's been able to pinpoint it.
Yeah.
So it's just this toxic stew that they got over there. But I mean, we should go see if Arabs have it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, do you guys have it? Like, no, we don't got any of that. We live with it. We were born like this. We were born with black lungs, so
yeah, exactly.
You can't really trace.
But so many more things will kill us off before that crap.
That's nothing. That's nothing. The formal medical recognition of Gulf War illness should make it easier for veterans with chronic illnesses to obtain VA benefits. Now we're talking. Brown also said, I am hoping it will be less complicated when veterans have these claims for chronic complex illnesses. Tom Burke, president of the Vietnam Veterans of America, said the addition of the diagnostic code means that Gulf War illness is recognized as a legitimate medical diagnosis after 3 decades. This validation is crucial for veterans who have long struggled to have their symptoms acknowledged and taken seriously. God, I can't imagine. Our friend Joe Wanyo, who went over to Vietnam in '66, and got sprayed with Agent Orange, and all those guys. There was a whole community dedicated to petitioning the government, and when they finally granted it, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe something like that.
But these guys were already dead.
Yeah. I mean, I think we mentioned that before. It's like if we wait them out, there's not going to be anybody to claim it.
It's a tactic.
Right. 2025, 35 years.
Yeah.
Right? Before they recognize something like that. God dang, man. Or maybe they can get some VA back pay or something, hopefully. because they ain't going to cure it. They
No.
don't even know what it is. So, anyway, so good on them. Good. I'm glad they recognized. Hold on.
Yeah.
Grace, hold on. Get in there. Go. Go. Ah. Ah. Studio in Florida is not going very well.
Just cut that out. Cut that out. I was responding to Eric. I was responding to Eric while you're doing that too.
What'd he say? Any progress?
Yeah, well, $4,200 to fix my issue. I don't know what that is. Can't tell you how happy I am about that. Enjoy the podcast. He's like, I go, you can jump on. We're at the first article. He's like, no thanks, I'm crying in my pillow. To which I spent the crying with laughter emoji.
Ah, very well done. Well done.
As you do. No sympathy.
As expected.
Yep.
So listen to this next story. This is wild.
Well,
did you read?
First of all, no. New editions of the Cecily Wall mugs are coming. Oh. If she ever gets off her butt and mails them to me. I'm going to publicly shame her and call her out. Good. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever going to see them.
Wow.
Cecily.
That might not exactly be the kind of sponsor read we want, but if it works, we'll take it. Yeah,
we're going to shame our sponsors.
Hey, we're supposed to have this new microphone.
Yeah.
I never fucking said it, so it'll be great when it gets here.
Let's shout out Eric's plumber.
Oh, yeah.
Job well done. Yeah. And customer gouged. Good job.
Oh, man. He's there for 2 hours and he drops $4,000 on him.
$4,000. Dude, I'm telling you, plumbers, dude. If you could tolerate it,
write your own ticket.
It's a deal.
And I finally, you probably know this already, right? So I joined, I don't know why I did. I joined like the, one of the companies up here, become their member, right? Well, with the member, you get all these free inspections every year. What a racket, all right?
Yeah.
So the guy goes,
I'll find all kinds of crap.
I'll come out and inspect your electrical. Okay. Because everything's working, but you probably need to replace all these breakers in your breaker box. That's going to be that's a lot. But
it's not code hasn't updated. Like what?
Your stuff's so old. It's just so. Is it working? It is. Yeah. But
it is. Like, it's going to go out at any moment. Is it going to cost any more for it to go out and then you come out and fix it? Or you fix it right now?
Well, since you're a member, your trip charge is free.
Oh, right. Well, then in that case. Okay. Or I could get 4 more years out of this and not do that.
Yes. So that's part of the reason why they make so much goddamn money.
Got you, man.
Oh,
Get
man.
you.
But they can never.
Joe Pesci again.
They can
screw you at the drive-through.
They screw you at the services contract. That's for sure. Well, sorry, Eric. That sucks. But at least he's not this guy. So listen to this.
Tell me about that guy.
Did you read this article? This is crazy.
I didn't.
This is from Task and Purpose. There was an airman who returned fire at a gunman. He was thinking of everybody else when he did it to try to save him. Right. So this happened back in August, but I think because the case is all solved, they finally published this thing last week or the week before. An airborne cryptologic language analyst assigned to Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska, Senior Airman Fryer. I can't remember his first name. Anyway, Senior Airman Fryer was on parental leave at his home in Glenwood, Iowa. So he was in Iowa. on August 6th, about 20 miles from the base. His youngest daughter had been born a little more than a week earlier, and his family was just sitting down for dinner when they heard loud noises outside that they initially thought were fireworks. After realizing they'd heard gunshots, Fryer told his father-in-law to move the children to safety. Then he got his personal firearm, a CZP 9mm. As his wife looked out the window, she yelled that Burnell, who was their neighbor, was outside with the gun. According to the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation, Burnell had just fatally shot a couple that lived nearby. Fryer went outside with his pistol, and his wife came with him. At first, Fryer couldn't see Burnell. Remember, their houses are facing each other. They're right across the street. He couldn't see him, so they took cover behind the cars. A neighbor yelled out that Burnell had fired into his window, asked him to call 911. Then Burnell came out of his screen porch about 30 yards away. He was armed with a Smith & Wesson pistol. What happened next was captured on video by a security camera at Fryer's home. I'll show you a picture of that. Fryer said, "We just looked at each other for probably less than a second before he started raising his firearm up at me. I screamed, 'Don't,' hoping that maybe it would de-escalate the situation. Maybe he would snap back to reality, but it didn't do anything. Burnell fired about 8 times at Fryer and his wife. I think the first shot that he shot at me," Fryer said, "I heard it whiz by. It hit the brick just behind me. The second shot that you can see in the video actually hit the windshield of a car and got stuck in his son's car seat. So he's extremely close to hitting me and also extremely close to hitting my wife. After checking that none of his neighbors were in the line of fire, Fryer shot twice. His firing technique, he admitted, was not perfect. I did not use any sort of tactical training. I fired one-handed across the street at him and managed to hit him both times."
All right, Fryer.
Fryer hit Burnell in the leg and wrist. Burnell then retreated into his house. Burnell came back out to fire at Fryer's house, but by that point, police had already arrived. Burnell went back into his home and set off an explosive device that set the house on fire.
Jeez.
Setting off an explosion of ammunition that he had stored.
This is escalating quickly.
He fired 2 shots and the house blew up. Crazy.
Yeah.
After it was all over, Fryer learned that Brandon and Stevie Oman had been killed. That's the guy he shot prior to Fryer going out there. A preliminary investigation of the incident concluded that the shooting was a result of an interpersonal dispute. Now that he has time to reflect on the shooting, Fryer said the most important lesson is that people need to be prepared when things go wrong. We never expected anything like this, so I think it's always good to be alert, be aware, and be ready, especially in the event like something like this happens.
Yeah.
So here is the
Harrison Fryer.
There's the Ring video.
He's just full on standing there.
2 shots took him down. The guy's a cryptological specialist.
Impressive, dude.
I don't know,
especially after you got fired at by like 8 rounds.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna stand full up and be like,
think.
they're dueling. Like you had your shots now.
I think that's a sight better than Eric and his old rickety 38 that he keeps talking about. He pull out of there. So
come on, man.
So good on you, Senior Airman Harrison. I read that story. I was like, oh, we got to talk about this one.
My goodness, that is a crazy freaking thing.
Look how calm he is.
Yeah,
that's but who was a kid a couple of years ago who got Rittenhour, right?
Yeah.
How he was able to pull off all that? I mean, he must be one of those guys that gets calm too. When things are going
that shot control was impressive.
Like,
actually,
bink, bink.
Whether you like his situation or not, whether it was supposed to be there or not, you honestly have to be impressed with his shot control.
I wouldn't have been able to pull the trigger fast enough times.
No. Yeah.
Well, good on you, Airman Fryer. That's badass.
Yeah.
All right, I think it was a couple months ago. We did a history on Chapman. Remember the
Oh, yeah.
combat controller
Yeah.
Chapman at in Afghanistan?
Yep.
Well, they're going to make a movie of it. So,
Nice.
from Task and Purpose comes this story, and Adam Driver is going to play him.
All right. Former
So,
Marine.
yeah, Adam
Yeah.
Driver will portray Air Force Medal of Honor recipient John Chapman.
I mean, does that in a Marine's mind, do they have to for them to play an airman?
Oh,
That
yeah,
airman
yeah.
would have to be a Medal of Honor winner just to be even with
Sure.
the generic Marine. I'm thinking.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not slumming it. Adam Driver's not slumming it.
No, this guy was the badass of that
I know.
battle.
I remember this story. It's
You know?
impressive.
So, for those who don't, recap that battle in early 2002. Air Force Technical Sergeant John Chapman was thousands of feet up on a snowy mountain in Afghanistan, left for dead and surrounded by Al Qaeda fighters. Despite being heavily wounded, Chapman held them off, even providing covering fire for a rescue helicopter before being killed. 16 years later, he would be awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions that day. Initially, he was given the Air Force Cross in 2003. So, like a year later, he's given the Air Force Cross. And then in 2018, they finally upgraded it to the Medal of Honor. Marine veteran and actor Adam Driver will portray Air Force combat controller John Chapman in a movie based on the battle in Afghanistan that earned him the Medal of Honor. Chapman died as he fought alone for hours on a mountaintop in Afghanistan early in that war, drawing fire on himself as a vulnerable helicopter approached carrying a team of Army Rangers. So he was the first airman to earn the Medal of Honor since the Vietnam War. Is that what's his name? It begins with a P, doesn't it? The guy
or whatever.
Pitzenbarger, was it Pitzenbarger who threw the flare out? I think.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that him?
Pittsburgh. Yep.
His death.
The Navy SEALs are not going to be happy about this. It does not.
Nope.
I mean, we read that story and we were like, ugh, they don't look the greatest.
That wasn't the soundest plan. But neither was Lone Survivor. Neither was, a couple other late Navy SEAL ones. He was the first. His death was the first Medal of Honor action to be captured on video. So I think that was the orbiting, whatever recon plane was caught it. I think. Longtime director Ron Howard is set to direct the film, which is reportedly to be called Alone at Dawn. Howard has directed dozens of movies, including Apollo 13 and Da Vinci Code. I hope it comes out well. I really would like to see that.
That'd be cool.
And not like Unbroken, where Angelina Jolie was director, because I was interested in that story too, but the movie just did not come out too great. Even though you guys both overbid on that movie.
Yeah, I thought I remember that movie, but yeah, I thought it got more positive feedback.
But with Ron Howard, I mean, he doesn't really make a bad movie. So.
No, I mean.
The movie will be based on the book of the same name about Chapman, written by Air Force veteran Dan Schilling and Lori Chapman Longfritz. Longfritz is Chapman's sister, and Schilling was a 30-year combat control and special tactics officer.
Nice. Okay.
Rumors have long circulated about movie deals around the book and Chapman, but no cast and crew have previously been confirmed until now. Along with Driver, The Hollywood Reporter reported Anne Hathaway will play an intelligence officer who helped push for Chapman to receive the Medal of Honor. The feature film is being made for Amazon and will get a theatrical release. No release date has been set.
Nice.
An earlier attempt to adapt the book, Alone at Dawn, was announced in 2021. Stuntman turned actor, movie director Sam Hargrave was attached to direct a film then titled Combat Control. That project was to star Jake Gyllenhaal as Chapman. So he was going to get some more abs in that motherfucker. So.
I know. He does look good, sweaty with the abs.
He's always so sullen. He's always so hung dog looking at his face. but
Yeah.
hard as a rock, baby.
One of my favorite movies was you didn't like it, but went on too long.
What the hell was the movie called?
I forgot. It was like
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to remember.
That's
I
what
was
the
talking Trish, and I was like talking trash, and then I was like, "Oh man, what's the name of that movie?"
it's the one with the interpreter,
Con-
right? It's the interpreter, right?
Covenant. Yeah,
Is it the
Covenant.
Covenant?
Covenant.
Is it the Covenant with DiCaprio? Isn't he that got mauled by the
No.
bear?
No, that's
The Revenant. Oh, sorry.
the
Okay.
Revenant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Where's Eric to look stuff up when we need
I
him?
know, Eric. Come on, man.
All right. Wait. Let me show you
Yeah,
this.
you didn't like it because it got on too long
It did go on
dealing with leadership and bullshit bureaucracy. I was like, that's the whole point of that whole
All
annoying
right.
scene.
I'll go. Well, I don't
It's
need
annoying to deal with bureaucracy.
Well, true. I don't need to
People
see
are dying.
his repeated phone calls and his
Oh, no.
frustration at the phone. I was like, I got it. Montage
No,
the shit out of
you
that.
want to
Get
build
past
that frustration
past
in you.
it built in me. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
perfect. Good job, Guy Ritchie.
So that's John Chapman on the left. Adam
Yeah.
Driver's going to portray him. So
And I like how they got
Yeah.
a combat controller to
Yeah.
assist
write the book.
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is
Absolutely.
cool.
Those guys are unheralded. I poke fun at them, but they're pretty bad.
Just Air Force guys that could have it cushy, but then they're like, you know what? I want to be embedded with the
Yeah.
Army.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't be.
Yeah,
silly.
we're gonna match them. We're gonna be the toughest guys we have, and we don't celebrate those guys as much.
No,
But, you know,
because they're air traffic control people that can shoot.
right?
Like you're like, oh, well, they're two very difficult jobs: getting shot at,
Well,
is a difficult situation, and then controlling aircraft.
I mean, Black Hawk Down with the two medics that never really made it into the movie at all. So that kind of sucks. All right, we're back to a second installment of Unheralded History. Right?
Okay.
Unheralded History.
Well, little known, maybe. Little known, right?
Little known.
The assignment was to find a crazy operation that I don't think people knew much about, or to this right
Just
now.
One that we didn't know about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric was doing the crazy parts.
Eric was, and he's good at this. So let's take this with a big grain of salt because it's about to be story time with Jake.
All right, let's get into it. I love it.
Operation Delirium,
or
Edgewood Arsenal Experiments.
Oh, it had an alternate name.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah, it's good times. So, reportedly, like coming out of World War II, Nazis were really good with gassing people. Oh. And this gas had side effects other than the primary means of death. There's also side effects associated with a lot of this gas, which is literally delirium, euphoria, depression, all this stuff. And the Nazis were doing all these experiments. So the U.S. they were like, look at all the potential here. And they did Operation Delirium. And they teamed up with a couple of guys from University of Maryland and did the Edgewater Arsenal experiments, right? Where they focused mainly on the side effects of all this horrible stuff that would kill you. Their ultimate goal in these scientists' minds was to save lives, right? If we could incapacitate a whole town by getting them blotto on LSD and then just walk through the village and capture everybody important,
sure,
we're potentially saving lives, we're saving infrastructure, we're saving all this stuff.
Wow.
They kind of just went around it the wrong way because doing LSD experiments on rats and other animals doesn't give you enough feedback. So they said, we're just going to skip to humans.
No way.
Who better to experiment on than Army personnel?
Oh, yeah. Those sorry
Right?
sons of bitches. Yeah.
That's it. So, and to not ruin the surprise and to not manipulate the subjects, they didn't tell them about it.
Nope.
They just told them, we're doing experiments on, this is a health experiment. We're trying to make everything better. Think about how much of a hero you're going to be. They built it up and then they just got a blotto on LSD. Right? So that literally the list. So from, here's a little bit of actual facts. The Nazis were experimenting with sarin and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah, nasty shit.
And so we took that, and from the late 1940s to, let me get the date right here, 19. Oh, I lost my notes, Marty. 1975.
35 years.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Overall experimented on about 6,720 soldiers. Took in part in these experiments that involved exposure to more than 250 different chemicals, according to the DoD.
Holy shit.
Some of the volunteers exhibited symptoms at the time of exposure, but there was really no follow-on at all in this. It was immediate. We're trying to fixate on this. We don't care what the long terms are. As long as we don't kill these guys, we're good. So VX, sarin, mustard.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then they experimented on, they would expose them to these things and then be like, hey, what about this antidote? Does it work? What about this antidote? Does it work?
Oh.
Yeah. So 2-PAM chloride, LSD, PCP, cannabis, riot control agents, excessive alcohol, and excessive caffeine were all pumped into these guys.
What the fuck?
They had one experiment they termed, and the main doctor or the main research guy, Lieutenant Colonel Chatham, he, for science, video recorded 90% of this.
For science.
For science. There was one experiment where they left 4 dudes out at an outpost that were getting it. They left them out of the outpost and they were saying, okay, here's the mission. There's going to be a train coming by. It's going to have chemical agents. You have to figure out how to stop this train or figure out how to get information about the train.
Okay.
And that's your mission. It's going to come by in the next 3 days. They had like 6 days worth of supplies there. For a control, they left 1 dude not stoned, 2 moderately blasted, and the 4th incapacitated.
Whoa.
And then they were just sending them random tasks to do.
Okay.
It went on so long. It went on for 5 days when it was only supposed to be 3 on a weekend. It went on for 5 days and they never completed any of their tasks because that poor dude that was not stoned was just babysitting.
Yeah.
The guy that's blotto and then the 2 that are only mildly incapacitated.
Oh, sure.
Probably just messing with him the whole time.
Yeah, I could see that.
Long. It never.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It is human experiments.
Really.
Yeah, not cool. Yeah. But and to kind of try to put a positive spin on it, they concentrated mostly on incapacitating compounds.
Yeah.
But then a lot of lethal compounds, riot control. And then they would also let kids, like, let these army people wear the CBRNE equipment
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and then see how bad their rashes were. If they were literally experimenting to see if the CBRN equipment, the anti-chemical agent equipment, worked.
So they were live
They were
human
literally
rats. Yeah,
human rats, human
yeah.
guinea pigs. And they're like,
Wow.
well, it didn't blister up that bad, so maybe we just need to improve the cuff links on it.
Jesus.
Right? So, as a
This,
pro, we did get some very good chem warfare
yeah,
stuff out of this.
yeah,
We
yeah.
did get the what is that? The EpiPen, the
Oh, the atropine.
yeah, yep,
That came out of
the
really?
atropine sulfate and
Yeah.
the other one,
Oh, I don't know.
the NAAK one came out
Oh,
of
yeah, 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 yeah.
the
Right.
predecessor for that. So they came out of these experiments. However,
God
it
damn.
took it took a whistleblower basically saying, "Hey, they're literally just pumping us full of LSD and letting us run around in a field here." And then Congress heard about it and they're like, "What?" That's the only reason it got stopped.
And it was
That's it.
19, what'd you say?
75. There were congressional investigations about it. And to this day, or
Wow.
up until recently, um, Colonel Ketchum was still like, nope, I fully believe in chemical warfare. It is safer than other warfare. Um, so like the list,
Nutball, man.
yeah, dude, the list of the stuff they pumped people full of MDMA.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, it is just crazy. They freebased LSD, and then I don't even know and then LSD in the I don't know what even that is. So
Oh, yeah, yeah. What it
some
stands
other
for.
liquid form,
Oh, shit.
and to raise awareness, one of the incidents that happened was the commander that was kind of overseeing this.
Yeah.
Some of the scientists were like, "This is not right," and they were complaining to him, and he's like, "No, it's good. We're doing good things here." And they're like, "Oh yeah." They spiked his coffee at the beginning of a day in the beginning of a meeting with LSD,
Okay.
and they were like, "How right is this?" Bloop.
Whoa.
So he is just so that was one of the other things is all these things are kind of set and setting subjectable.
Yeah.
So you might react one way, I might be totally fine.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So
Right.
the colonel was like, "Oh, I got spiked again," and he just went about his day, just high all day long. Went to meetings, just carried on his normal day, just blasted.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
So
insane.
Operation Delirium, ridiculous. There was a huge article in the New Yorker quite a few years ago about it, but it never got canceled until a whistleblower basically brought it up to Congress. And these guys, to this day, never got any VA compensation. So,
Oh,
speaking
no.
of chemical exposure and VA compensation, according to them, there's no proof that your clinical depression or whatever problems you're
Right.
running into now is
Right.
because we overdosed you on LSD back in the day. That was just funsies for you. So,
Yeah. And I'm sure the records don't indicate that
oh,
they went,
yeah, no, it was
right?
all classified.
Yeah.
So,
Of course. So it's
all
all
the film,
black lined out. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the films were destroyed. A lot of that stuff was.
Do you think they're doing that today? Something, not
That's
that same thing, but something
that's what.
different.
And
Yeah.
honestly, those relaxation pods, I was like, this is some bull crap.
Oh,
Experimenting with us again.
that's a good point. I
I
never even thought
like
about that.
the more I get either like super grateful or super cynical, like
At the
right
same
now.
time, you got
At
7 anthrax shots, so
I had 9, man.
9.
They redid 7 twice. I got 2 7s. I'm like, there's literally a 7 written here, dude. I'm like, well, it's not in our
There
records.
you go. Yeah, there you go. But you're not gonna get anything for it.
Dude, if I make it past my 50s. Loading you mentioned depleted uranium. I was like, oh yeah, I loaded a lot of that.
Oh, that's right. Shit. Yeah, that's right.
9 anthrax shots.
Well, you had gloves on the whole time, so
Yeah, mechanics gloves.
the
Work gloves.
the canvas ones.
No, they were those normal work gloves.
You're probably good.
Probably. They literally probably looked at my VA record and they were like,
oh, this one's coming back at us.
Let's not write this down, but we gotta give this boy a high number.
Not too high, but just high enough so he's not a crybaby out there.
We're gonna see him again, boys. Don't you worry. We're gonna get this boy a punch card for visiting us.
I'm not even going to bring up my history because mine was very, very tame compared to that. I should have gone first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're raising that bar. Okay, now I know what I'm going to do for next week. I know what I'm going to do because I ran across one. I was like, no, I'll do some kind of operation or something like that. Not even close. That was highly entertaining.
There you go. That's because it's story time. That's all it was.
That was great. That was great. And if Eric was here, he would have done a normal history. So that was even better.
Yeah.
Jake, I think I'm keeping the neighborhood awake. So let's call it, man.
You're good, man.
On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let us know how we did in the comments. And make sure next week that you are not
late for changeover.
Jake, it's good to see you once again. Oh, good luck to Eric. Hope you get your copper pipe replaced. I think that's what it is.
Or unclogged.
Or
service. Just get your pipes serviced.
Maybe that's the bill that has to be. Maybe if they're playing out that scenario, they're like, $4,000. Is there anything I can do to work that off?
Yeah. Oh, that's it. You effed me, I F
you. Coming out on OnlyFans here this weekend. So.
The new plumber edition of Mr. History.
To everyone watching and listening, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week. Fuck, that was a fucking blast.
Yeah, that was a quick one, but that was fun.
Yeah.